Hello everybody, I'm going to do a video now before the sun gets too strong behind me and you won't even be able to see me, but I think it's time for a catch up and I apologise for not having been online earlier. I want to say thank you to all the visitors we've had over the last few days and weeks. It has been wonderful. And we were particularly happy today because some friends came from America who had seen our sign by the side of the road and asked their guide if they could visit. And their guide was a local Moroccan woman who is very well known in the area, but had no idea about us. And she was, to put it in a Liverpool term, gobsmacked. So that's good, the word is spreading. But I think those of you that follow me want a few updates in connection with the horses. You will remember Will, who came in when we had quite an important visitor here. Will Young was here and he has adopted Will, which is great. And he's still very skinny and we still worry about him. He's okay each day, but we'd like him to be getting stronger, sooner, better, but this all takes time. And then you will be aware that we bought in a horse that came from the village. One of the village people had seen at market. This amazing, it is a pure Arab horse, of that I have no doubt. And she was heading straight for the slaughterhouse if she wasn't bought at market. I am very grateful to Mohammed who brought her over to us, and I'm very pleased to report that we have now paid Mohammed. She is now technically and contractually ours, and here she will remain. We called her Bella. She's very spirited, and given the level of starvation she was suffering from, she's doing incredibly well and racing down the paddock at speed. Maya and her baby are also doing very well, and a friend, a supporter from Belgium, has sent us over some special feed with special protein in. I'm not going to go into all the technicalities now, for horses who are starved or those that are lactating, and they will all benefit from that. We have another horse coming in this afternoon from Casablanca in a dreadful state. It looks like a double break on one leg. Now, I'm sorry, but I have to say this. We do have some very good contacts in Casablanca and some charities who primarily look after dogs and cats, and we work together very well. So I'm not criticising every charity in Casablanca, but why on earth do they have to bring this horse down in such an appalling state from Casablanca when we know there is an equine hospital in Casablanca? And this is an ongoing story. We continue to take donkeys, horses, mules from all over the country, and people have got to step up. I have to say, local people have been very good, because we have to say now, look, our truck is pretty knackered. It was worn out during the pandemic. We're still trying to consider what we're going to do over a new truck, but we can no longer be racing all around the country. It is a large country. People must remember that. So if people report an injury or a problem to me, we always say we will take the animal if they can arrange transport. And thankfully, they so often do. Some of you will be wondering what on earth I was talking about when I posted recently about now another ongoing court case, but in Marrakesh this time. It is factual. So please, before people start jumping on the bandwagon and accuse me of defamation, please listen to what I say. A vet who works for Spanner in Marrakesh, is in charge of the Spanner facility in Marrakesh, has been to the court in Marrakesh to take action against me for defamation. And his charges are that I have either encouraged or encouraged people to criticise him personally, and a post recently that appeared on the web was made by an individual. It was actually a French woman who was criticising him by name for the way he treated a donkey. And because defamation in Morocco is now a criminal offence, I'm automatically interviewed by the gendarmerie. And I have insisted that that is done thoroughly. And as it turns out, the comment that was made purportedly on my page was not made on my page. It was made firstly on a page from the embassy, the British embassy in Morocco, that somebody had picked up and had then put it on her own page and shared it, and the response was on there. So in terms of strict liability, and anyone who knows anything about the law about defamation, it wasn't me. However, it's clearly me the person is after. Otherwise, why wouldn't he have taken action against the person who made the allegation? And so on, and so on. I have written to Spanner in Morocco as a matter of courtesy, telling them what my response has been, and they have been very clear that this action is not being brought by Spanner, but being brought by a vet in a personal capacity. However, I have now taken legal advice here in Morocco, and it would seem, although he's bringing it in a legal capacity, a personal capacity, because he has made it clear he works for the Spanner. In England, I would have considered he was Spanner vicariously liable, and I think the same applies in Morocco. In many ways, I welcome it, and I've made this very clear to the gendarmerie. I have no problems about this going to court in Morocco, because it will open up what is happening around the equines in Morocco now. And just very briefly, you will know that we had a convention signed with the Marrakesh local authority, with the Wali in Marrakesh, who is in charge of the region, that we would take abandoned animals here. But of course, we could only do that if we had the facilities, if we had help with the food and help with the stabling. And it was getting out of hand. It was outrageous. Animals were being brought here where they were being housed in the abattoir, so God knows what viruses they were bringing in. And we just didn't have the facilities to do our job properly. And they would have ruined us as a charity. So I wrote in detail to the Wali. I've had no response, but clearly they consider I've broken the convention. Originally, when the convention was drawn up, I was told that the horses, when collected, would go for the first couple of weeks to Spanner, which was good because their vets could have checked them out. But Spanner, I understand, would not take them. And now they're being taken to the local slaughterhouse, the local abattoir. A very good friend here in Morocco has written to Spanner in England asking for details of this, and I have a copy of the letter. And essentially, Spanner in England are saying that they understand that the equines are being taken to a facility that is owned by the local authority. Of course it is, it's the abattoir. And very soon, the president of Spanner, or the director of Spanner in Morocco, would be visiting to give what assistance he could and to, I suppose, assess and express a view. Well, it's all a bit late in the day, because if you remember, I have a video that I posted, and I still have it, of my grandson going along to the abattoir, of Ayoub going to the abattoir, collecting the horses and bringing them back here. On one of Ayoub's videos that were taken, he was walking them past dead sheep. And then I have a video of my grandson going down there and taking food down and feeding them because food wasn't made available. So quite frankly, I wish that people would deal with the issues as they are. Instead, it's just too easy to say to me that I am aggressive, that I'm criticizing another charity unnecessarily. No, I'm not. I will work with anyone, but the truth must be told. On that basis, I am not frightened at all of any action that is taken against me, because I will deal with it as it happens. There we are as of today. We're battling on. We try our best, and thank you for listening. Bye for now.